Hello there, welcome to the Web News with our pick of the stories making the online headlines. Coming up on today's show, online outrage after unarmed teen is shot dead. Developers of a new smartphone app accused of racism. And a surfing pig. While the circumstances surrounding the death of Michael Brown, the American teen shot dead on Saturday by a Ferguson police officer in the US, remain unclear, thousands have taken to the web to voice their outrage and to criticise the US media primarily for publishing a photo suggesting the young man was part of a gang instead of this picture of his graduation. They've strongly condemned the choice of photo. And so web users have been posting their own photos to social networks, one that shows them to their advantage, well-dressed, smiling, that sort of thing, and another where they adopt a more provocative pose. They're posting the messages under the "If They Gunned Me Down" hashtag, asking which photo the media would choose if they were shot dead by the police. And it's not just the media coverage of the incident that's been called into question. The Missouri Police Department is also under fire. Web users have slammed the fact Michael Brown was unarmed when he was shot dead by police. And the people who posted these tweets hope that justice will be done and there will be a full investigation. Angry citizens have also taken to the streets of the city of Ferguson, staging a series of protests over the past few days. And as we can see here, some degenerated into riots. A man stole my phone in this neighbourhood of New York City, or I saw someone arrested by police in such and such a street in Washington. This is the sort of information people are sharing via the Sketch Factor smartphone app launched on download platform iTunes last Friday. It uses crowdsourced data to map unsafe areas and neighbourhoods, the stated aim being to let people know of areas to avoid. And it's certainly stirring up lively debate online. While some web users see Sketch Factor as a means of preventing further assaults or attacks, many have criticised the whole idea of the app, describing it as racist, unintentionally or otherwise. They say it comes down to racial profiling and actually appears to be designed with white people in mind. Blogger Emma Cueto has voiced a similar viewpoint in an article published on bustle.com. She argues that the application isn't based on reliable criminal data, but on anecdotal evidence, and so cannot prove, therefore, whether or not a neighbourhood is dangerous or not. And this isn't the first controversial tool of its kind. As these web users point out, the Ghetto Tracker service, launched in 2013, had Americans cataloguing and mapping the poorest areas of their city. The service sparked an outcry online and was eventually withdrawn. The Supermoon hashtag has been trending on social networks, with web users the world over sharing their Sunday night sightings of the moon at its perigee, which is the closest point in its orbit around the Earth. There are just 4 to 6 supermoons a year on average, and it's when we see the moon at its biggest and brightest. Did you know that Bill Gates still uses a whiteboard to come up with complex high-tech ideas? That Mark Zuckerberg takes on several new challenges a year, like learning Chinese or only eating meat he's killed himself. This infographic was put together by the whoishostingthis.com platform and explores the eccentric habits of the tech elite. Video game developer Shigeru Miyamoto, for example, likes to measure everyday objects and guess their length. With Google Maps, you can now explore the Moon and Mars from the comfort of your own home. The web giant's mapping service has integrated images taken by NASA and the European Space Agency, so that web users can wander the craters of the celestial bodies and read all sorts of interesting facts and figures about some of their most famous landscape features. Surfer Kai Holt and his pet pig are the best of friends and do everything together, even surfing. Here they are taking to the waves in Hawaii. And you can check out the video in its entirety on the GoPro YouTube channel.
Out of the water, and then when we start leveling off again, he'll go straight back to the nose. His hooves just lock right in on the board. Like if you look at his board, you'll see all the hoof prints on the nose.